YouTube? It's your girl Niee here, and I'm back with another video. Today is Mystery Monday, and let's get into today's video. But before we get into today's video, please check out my website at NieesBeauty.com. I'm also at Etsy at NieesBeauty. Also, everything will be listed down in the description box. My social medias, my websites, everything. The links to my research. Everything will be listed down below. So let's get into today's video. Rey Rivera. Yes, we're going to be talking about Rey Rivera. I didn't hear of this until like literally last week when I was looking for something to do. But this story in case is real. It's just so sad because hearing the wife, I had watched Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, and this is how I found this. This was episode 1. Yeah, hearing his wife speak and the brother, like it was just so sad. But let's just get into it. Rey Rivera was born on June 10th, 1973 to Angel and Maria Rivera. At the time of his disappearance, he was a 32-year-old video contractor, finance writer for the Oxford Club. He was a finance writer. Rey and his wife, Allison, moved to Baltimore from California in December of 2004 to work for a longtime friend of his named Porter Stransberry. 6 months prior to his death, he had stopped working for him. On May 16, 2006 is when Rey went missing. Rey's wife woke up to go to her business trip. They had breakfast together, she said. They said, "I love you." They kissed, hugged, blase, blase. And he put her suitcase in the back of the car for her, and she drove off to her business trip. Allison said that she finished working around 6:30 p.m. And when she checked into her hotel room, she had called Rey and he didn't answer. It was said that Rey always answered his phone. Like he was always on his phone. Anytime certain people called, he would always answer. So that was very strange. Everyone says like he wouldn't just not answer his phone. Like, cause she kept calling. So it's like her heartbeat is just pounding and pounding. Like I could just imagine. So yeah, so their assistant Claudia, she was at the house at the time when with Rey. She said that Rey received a strange phone call. The phone call was made from his company that he was working with at the time, the Agora Publishing, but they was using a switchboard. Yeah, that's very important right there. Which is a smaller company that was within his former job of Oxford. So it was like one of the cut off offices, I guess. Yeah. So after this phone call, it says Rey just got up and ran up out his house. At 5:30 a.m., Claudia had called Allison to let her know like her husband still hasn't came home from wherever he went. Like he just never came home. So Allison, like anybody would, she gets the next flight to come back home. Like when she's arriving home, she calls everyone. She is close to her mother-in-law, Rey's mother, and she called her and she like, "Ma, I can't find Rey." She then calls his brother Angel. Angel gets a flight immediately. Angel was from Orlando, so he was coming from Florida to Baltimore. Allison says that when she arrived at the house, Rey's car was not in the driveway. In the kitchen, there was an open bag of chips and a half-empty soda can and his Invisaligns sitting on the counter. She landed around like 7 o'clock, Angel brother landed. Claudia flew back to New York. I thought that was strange that she would just get up and leave because she was their assistant. I thought she would just stay and help more, but she left. Yeah. So all their friends flew down. His mother, Maria, flew down the next day. Also, her parents did too. So they came the next day, the parents. They immediately went to work. She started calling hospitals for John Doe's. Porter's Rey friend, he put up $1,000 reward for any information, and he went to go talk to the media for the family. They went to the local coffee shops and restaurants to see if anyone spotted him. Like, there were no credit card or debit card transactions. His cell phone was dead. Rey was gone for 6 days before his wife's parents spotted his car on May 22nd, 2006. Near his job, like his car was parked in like a parking lot near his job. Like that's strange. Anyway, Also, it was like located in a parking lot off of St. Paul Street in Mount Vernon. Allison's mother spotted Ray's car behind a building in parking lot number 7. The car was sitting there for 6 days because of the parking ticket that was left. The area where the car was located between his job and the it was located between his job and the Belvedere Hotel. There was no evidence left in the car, nothing, no wallet, cell phone, fingerprints, nothing. 3 of Ray's co-workers went on the top of the parking lot, like the parking lot structure, and like they looked down, like near the hotel. There was a hole and flip-flops located on the lower roof. As they looking down, they like, the lower roof. Like the only way you could see this hole was standing from there or on the top of the Belvedere Hotel itself. Ray's body was found on May 24th, 2006. When the police arrived on scene and entered the meeting room, because that's where the body was found in the hole. It was like in a business room inside the hotel. The ceiling the ceiling and the walls was just covered in blood. His legs were found towards the door. When they looked up, you can clearly see like straight up to the sky. Like it was a clean hole. Like, and the roof was made of metal. So like he just right through metal. Like, oh my God. He was badly decomposed. Like his body was there for days. So that means like when he went missing, he didn't miss and he was dead. So like most of the evidence on the body was like destroyed. It's so sad because I'm telling you, it's just so sad because like nobody knew anything. Like this is a busy hotel, like, and it was just a body in a hole. Like nobody heard like a big noise, like nobody heard anything. So when Ray's autopsy come back, he had multiple ribs fractured, punctured lungs, lacerations 7 to 9 inches deep, damage to the skull. His right leg was broken 2 different ways. When he fell, he came through the hole vertically. So, like, he just, yeah. The hole was small. It wasn't massive. Like, the hole wasn't a big hole. It was a small hole, like a tight fitting hole. He had to jump from a high-ass distance to get a clean break through that hard-ass ceiling. He was either pushed, he either jumped. All we know is that he fell. But it was just so, I'm going to insert pictures. It was just so strange because when you're looking at the rooftop, when they were showing the camera angles from the show, it's not really no way that he could have jumped or be pushed because the distance didn't make sense. I'm just going to show y'all the pictures. It just don't make sense. He had to fall 11 to 10 stories, about 45 feet. His wife said her and Ray were afraid of heights. So what is you doing up there? Like, anyway, there were so many theories on how Ray jumped, but none of them made sense, like I stated. Like, none of them, no matter which way Allison or the investigators tried to put it, none of it made sense. Allison tried to play it out, and nobody knows which way he jumped. Like, it was just, oh, it was a ledge on the 11th floor. But they said the ledge was so fragile because, the Belvedere building is old. So, like that, the ledge is not like a catwalk or anything. It's very tight and it's very fragile. Like, he would have fell, like, as soon as he would have stepped foot up there. So, that was another thing that we just X'd out. The only way to get to the ledges anyway, he would have had to enter through somebody's room or business room because all the rooms are booked and none of them windows open. Like, the windows only open halfway. Ray was a big dude. So, I don't know. During the investigation, they found Ray's phone on the roof without any cracks or damage. Like, it was still working. It was just dead. You can drop your phone off a table and get them cracks. Like, get a hard crack. So, his glasses didn't have not even a scratch on it. What is going on? Like, I'm telling you. And his body was badly, severely damaged. So his phone, his glasses looked like they was never touched, but his body was just severely, severely damaged. Make it make sense. I think someone placed his phone and glasses there after he died. Allison said that his money clip that she bought him for their wedding wasn't retrieved neither. Like, why would somebody take all his identification? Like, all that stuff was gone. When nobody saw anything, no broken glass, no loud noises, no screaming, nothing. I don't know. Like, this is a hotel. A popular. There was no footage of nobody on the roof. There was no witnesses. Like, I just don't understand how all of this just went about being unseen, unheard. Like, this is a busy hotel. Anyway, police just summed it up to a suicide. there were no evidence. According to his wife and his brother, Ray didn't have any mental health issues or any problems. Like, he had just got married and they were comfortable. Allison spoke with the medical examiner and they told her that they wasn't going to close the case because the way his shins was broken weren't consistent with his fall. So it went undetermined. Allison found a small, very small note, like a very small note. The note says, brothers and sisters, right now around the world, volcanoes are erupting. What an awesome sight, whose virtues unites, death will not separate. It was said that the note had names of people he knew, also like different movies I guess he was into. I felt like it was like some type of code. Like, I don't know. I stand before you, a man who understands the purpose and value of our secrets. And it goes on. It seems very, very cryptic. Like, it's probably like a code, a meaning behind that. When Allison Googled one of the sentences, the Freemasons popped up. Yeah. The note was not deemed as a suicide letter either because it wasn't like, "Oh, I did this or I couldn't." It wasn't that. The phone call. What was said? Who was he talking to? Like, who was he on the phone to? This call could not be traced because remember I brought up the switchboard? So basically a switchboard is like a mechanism where it blocks where you could see where the extension is coming from. Yeah. So 2 days after Ray went missing, Porter put a gag order on his employees. Like, they couldn't talk or help the police with the investigation. Porter Stransbury did not cooperate with the police. Like, you was Ray's best friend. Why wouldn't you help? I'm telling you, it's just weird. It was said that the company, like Porter Company, was sued for $1 million over from the FCC over fraudulent because they wrote an article and they like put like bad advice basically. So yeah, fraudulent advice. They were working on a newsletter on tips for like stocks that weren't doing too good. Ray Jobs was basically to clean up Porter's reputation while also writing financial newsletters. Allison said that 2 weeks before Ray died, he was beginning to be worried. That Monday before he went missing, their alarm went off, like their home alarm. When Ray came out with a bat, she said she never seen him like this. She said like this the first time he ever been so paranoid, I would say. So, and also that Tuesday, the alarm went off again, and this time the police came. And, like, it was like the downstairs window was tampered with, but that was it. So, these all have to be some type of connection. Like, somebody probably threatened Ray and was like, I'm going to start bothering your home. I'm going to start coming to where you stay and tormenting y'all. And then that's how it probably got up to this. I don't know. But Allison was digging herself deep and deep to this because the one of the lead investigators that was on the case at the time, he got removed off the case. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff just going around. And he warned Allison to be careful because the same thing that happened to Ray could happen to her because she's digging too, to find out what happened. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just so weird because how like stuff could just go unnoticed. Anyway, like it's just so fishy. Allison was calling the police department every day just for them to harass her. They're telling her to get over it. He committed suicide. That's what she said. Like literally one of the people told her when she called. Like there's no clear evidence. Time is just going by. Everybody is just moving on at this point. And poor Allison, she still wants answers, but nothing is coming up. They were supposed to move back to California after he had left his job and so he could become a full-time screenwriter. And that would be the mystery of Rey Rivera. Do you think it was suicide? Was it foul play? There was no update. The only update that I found was Allison went to the office to pick up Ray's computer and an unknown caller kept calling to come pick it up before her, but she picked it up first. So I just hope that she stays safe because this is weird and whoever did this is still looking for something. I don't know. I think Ray has something on somebody that probably could end their career or they could have lost mad money. I don't know. And nobody knows who that was neither. Thank you for tuning in today's video. If you like today's video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for new videos, and comment down below. I would love to know what you guys think. Peace.